speak, then we can discuss that.
Do y'all understand?
That's garbage. 50.
50 ain't garbage. What are you talking about? Bro, we legit out here.
Okay, but look.
That's real.
Vontae, you want to put bread on
At
it?
least go to $55. Sound
You
like
don't put no bread?
You said bread?
Yeah.
Put bread on it. It ain't good, some money in the wood.
I like that. Hey, you know what the phrase is, dog. But bro, stop it.
I beat you.
Bro, tell this nigga, bro.
Hey, I really fuck with the list, bro.
Tell this nigga, bro.
I'm sitting here thinking back at the list. This shit
The list
cold,
the list is actually a good list.
Hey, look, like I'm more proud of this shit. Like going into next week, bro, I'm more cool with it.
Than you was the first time.
Last one I was like,
It was kind of anti the first time, I feel like.
yes, because it was structured for snubs. It was like, all right, look, Smokey Lucky ass dude. We know whoever we don't pick is gonna get a lot of buzz. Fatigue Savage, we know who we don't pick gonna get the buzz. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Don, listen, it's gonna be some hate. CoJack, Follow Up Podcast. First thing is, we recently, me and Vontae, we dropped a top 10 list criteria. Probably in March. And as the months go by and the more music comes out, I decided to change it, add a couple of different things to it to make it better, and also make it a little bit tougher and more interesting for this time around. It's going to be the third installment of the top 10 list. As you know, last year we did January 1st to June 1st, June 2nd, to December 1st. So this time around we did December 1st to December 1st. So we got less than 4 months. So I'm about to go ahead and get into what we adding and what we changing. And I'm gonna explain everything, but if anybody got questions, just hit me up. All right, so first thing is last year to qualify, you only needed one song. But if you put out one song and somebody put out a mixtape, obviously, you know, they're gonna have a better chance of getting in than you, or vice versa. So this year, you got to have 3 songs to get in. I know last year I did no covers or remixes. This year we're going to allow you to do remixes. But we're only going to allow you to have 1. So if you do 5 of them, we're only going to choose 1 to add to your 3 songs, to your 2 songs, plus that could be 3. So you need 3 songs, 1 music video. The reason why you need a music video this time around is because this is going to be a visual episode. We will still do the podcast. We still will do the picture. But we want to make this visual so we can put it on YouTube and potentially, God willing, we put it on WorldStar as well. That's the real goal for the end of this year, is to put the whole top 10 special on WorldStar. We will do the fan vote. Like last year, Polo Boy won the fan vote. We had over 2,000 votes. This year, we're trying to make it 5,000. So hopefully that can happen. Everybody participation matters. I believe you can vote as many times as you want as well. Like, I think you can vote 2 times a day. And you're able to, we have the fan voting. We'll have it up for 2 weeks. So from December 1st to December 14th, we'll have the fan vote up. And we'll see who wins that. We're doing no groups this time. The reason we're doing no groups is because we had Sick Movement as a group. We had Iron Rose. We had the Goonies. The Goonies and Iron Rose, even though Iron Rose didn't make it, they were the only ones that were really active as a group as far as putting music out together, multiple collaborations. The Sick Movement is more of a movement, and they're more of a group of artists that put out music individually, that feature on each other's tracks from time to time. So this time, we're doing no groups, meaning, I'll give you an example. Let's say Iron Rose gets in. That'll be 3 slots for each one, so it won't count as 1 no more. We're going to go 3, so that means it'll only be 7 left. Let's say Sick Movement get in, it's like 5 of them. That's 5 slots halfway out. So it's going to put pressure on people to perform and to carry their own weight in their respective groups versus last year. So that's one of the key things that we are changing. Some of the things we're adding that I think I think that's what's gonna make this top 10 even crazier. Is we doing best verse, which is self-explanatory. Best feature, so whoever's featured on the track who delivered the best. We're doing mixtape of the year or album of the year, vice versa, whichever one. Let me just break those three down for a second. Just because you have best verse does not mean you're top 10. But if you have best album of the year, mixtape of the year, that doesn't make you the number one slot. That just, if you get that, you're probably top 10 as well. I don't know how we're going to announce those. I'm thinking we might announce all those categories after we do the top 10, or before, or kind of in the middle. I haven't decided which way we'll do that, but that will be visual as well. Also, we're going to do a newcomer of the year, meaning it's like rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? If you start rapping, if you've been rapping from December 1st of last year to December 1st of this year, or anywhere in between there, and you've been making noise, you'll get that slot as newcomer of the year. That does not mean you're going to make the top 10 list. That just means you're getting recognized for putting in work for a year. You know what I'm saying? What else we add? We're going to recognize a vet in Peoria, kind of like how BT does like humanitarian awards, or they do a tribute to, like last year they did a tribute to New Edition or something like that. So we're going to pay a tribute or pay homage to a vet in Peoria that's been putting on, that might not necessarily rap anymore or make a top 10 list anymore, but was a pioneer or was very influential. It's not like he was the number one influential person, because we'll do this every year. As far as if we keep it Peoria, because the goal, we might be going top 10 Illinois, we may go Midwest, things like that in the future. So who knows? Also, I want to add 2 people to the voting staff. That's something I want to do. Obviously, I got 5 now. I want to add 2 more. So if you're interested, hit me up. Got to be credible though. You know what I'm saying? We all about trying to build everybody's credibility. Can't be biased as well. So those are the 2 things we worried about. Also, got one last thing before we get up out of here. Oh no, that's it. So yeah, like I said, I think those last couple things as far as best verse, best feature, mixtape or album of the year, you know what I'm saying, honoring or paying homage to a vet rapper. I think those things are going to be very, very, very good for the city. If you got any suggestions, just hit me up. Fan vote. Hopefully we have a website for fan vote this time around, where everyone can go to a certain website and lock in, because last year we had it on Facebook, and I had all the rappers share it and things like that for their fans to check it out. But I think we could reach more people if we have one link. Everyone tweets that link out and it goes to a website versus a Facebook. And also it'd be cheaper. Facebook charged me $50 to do it last year. So hopefully we have a website. So then people on Twitter and things can get involved. If not, we'll go back to doing it on Facebook, and we'll find a way to make sure people on Instagram and Twitter can be involved as well for that. But this is the 3rd installment. I'm excited for this year. I think this one is going to be very, very successful. A lot of things we're adding, I wish we would have had this for the second one, because the second one, to me, is the best one we've done so far. But I think with 3.5 months left, I think a lot of people are going to start pushing, making a lot of noise, being more eager to figure out what they could do. The last thing is we are having a cutoff. Last year we did 93 artists. This year we're going to go between 80 and 100. So it's like 200 people who rap here. I'm not going to have my listeners sit through us talk about 200 rappers, nor am I going to make my staff listen to 200 rappers' music and talk about them. So 80 to 100. Like I said, everyone who qualifies, you'll know December 2nd. December 2nd. either December 1st or December 2nd, you will know immediately because that is when the fan vote is going to go up. You'll know who's qualified right out the gate. And like I said, you have to have 3 songs and 1 music video. Those are the 2 things that you have to have. It's not hard to put out 3 songs in 365 days and 1 music video. Everybody claim they grinding. I think that ain't even really grinding. I could do that tomorrow. So, you know what I'm saying? Those are the key things. I'm excited. Let's try to make this the biggest one. Everybody participate. All the love, all the hate, all the optimism, everything. I think for the most part, you'll see you'll see the follow-up staff really picking up steam on the top 10. You'll see us mentioning it a lot more. You'll see a lot of top 10 things talked about versus top 10 mainstream rappers or top 10 basketball players, top 10 shoes. We'll do a lot of top 10 stuff leading up to this, so it gets in everybody's mind that it's time for the top 10 list to come around. Now, I know a lot of people was excited for the singing thing. I just ain't heard enough people doing the R&B side, so it sucks that we can't do top 10 artists. That was what we wanted it to be, but it's just not enough balance for me to be able to do that. So we're gonna just cut that out. Just keep it rappers for now. Hopefully next year. The goal next year, I'll just throw y'all a little sneak peek of what we're trying to do. The goal next year is to make it Central Illinois top 10. So Pekin, Bloomington, Decatur, Carbondale, Rockford, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. We added Chicago as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But this is CoJack. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Follow Up Podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. I know everyone's starting to see me with the innovative logo. I'll have a lot of more information on that very, very soon. I think every single artist in Peoria or in the country needs to be paying attention to that when I announce that and figuring out what they can do to get involved, because that website is going to help your career as far as your music being distributed and a lot of exposure and podcast stuff. So be on the lookout for that as well very, very soon. I'm just waiting on a couple things to get locked in for that. But, make sure y'all subscribe to everything. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out all the CoJack's Corners. We are doing a Best CoJack's Corner of the Year. That will go on World Star for sure. We'll have the fans vote for that as well. But like I said, man, appreciate everybody paying attention. This is going to be a crazy list. And we out. God bless.